stop the global warming because millions of people are already hungry and displaced because of the global warming every day. And if we don't stop it, we even have war. Because when people are too hungry and have nothing to eat for their children, they will make some trouble, yeah? And you can't just kill everybody. You can't just go out and kill millions of people. If they rob your house, you can't just do that. See what I mean? So the solution is just, be vegetarian. Don't even have to go green yet. Just be vegetarian, then we can save the planet. Because the consequence of the ecosystem, because it takes so much to raise animals than to plant vegetable. It takes so much to feed animals than to feed the hungry people. We use all the resource to feed the animals so that we can eat the steak 2 minutes, not even, maybe 1 minute, finished. So much work, so much transportation, so much energy, so much money, so much water, too much go into one piece of steak. And a lot of people hungry for it too. And we create bad karma for ourselves as well, So we suffer liver problem, heart problem, and we don't even know why we're sick. So much money, so much food, and how come still sick? The hospital are full of meat eaters. You don't find a vegetarian in there. The more rich, the more meat. The more meat, the more hospital, all the time. That's a circle. And the more meat, the more poor people. Yeah? And the hotter the planet. Last week, the Taiwanese people go all out, They pledge to be vegetarian. They have the slogan saying, no meat, no heat. I mean, if no meat, then no global warming. That's cute, huh? I think that's very good. Okay, well, I thank you for being vegan or vegetarian, whatever you can. But cheese also contribute to animal raising. But if we eat cheese the way the ancient people do, then it's still okay, Like in India, the cow, they roam all over. They're free and they give milk, whatever they give. But today, many people eat because of greed. Eat because they want to, not because they're hungry, And they raise much more animals. That's why we have problem. We have solution. Everybody knows the solution. They're doing some. But it's not just doing. The government have to really broadcast about it, On the internet, their internet. They have a lot of money. They can do everything. They're powerful. But I do my best. The flyers, seminars and everything. Just for that. Just to save the planet. And it's too slow, It's too slow. Just like... a little bit here and there. And the government has to say something, just like, okay, they ban the smoking, you see? So is it banned? Is it done? The government could do it, It's easy. Look, they ban cigarette and it's banned. See that? And they ban drug, no? And it's banned, no? It's not legal. Yeah. And the cigarette reduction now reduce a lot of illness everywhere in the world. People know that. The same with the climate change policy. If they just do what they know is good, then it's very quick. In no time, we will recover. Or we stop the effect, Because if we don't raise any more cattle or animals, then the earth will be more sustainable. No more greenhouse gas or methane gas from the animals. No more multiplying all the time. Whatever we have already, we keep it, yeah? And no more, raising for profit and meat, then the earth will recover. Yeah? After a while, all the cows will be gone the natural way, and then all the land will be planted with trees, vegetable again, Because if you raise cattle 50 years later, you still cannot truly cultivate on that land. It's been stamped, and hard and deprived of sustainable quality. They just have to stop meat eating because it's bad karma also. It's not just about the methane gas. And every day we air all kind of warning sign and warning evidence. My God, what are they talking about all day except this? This is the only important thing right now, right? First you have to survive and then you can do anything else you want. But if you don't survive, you don't have the planet. What's the use? Yeah? Unless they want to harm their children. If that's what they decided, what are we going to do, As you know, according to UN report and scientific evidence, CO2 is not even the most lethal. It's not even the most deadly of all the pollution. I give you some example. For example, methane is like 23 times more potent than CO2, yeah? And nitrous oxide is approximately 300 times more potent than CO2. You see? And livestock is the number one cause of methane. And byproduct, also nitrous oxide, is also from livestock. You see what I mean? Meat, egg, dairy, responsible for 65% of worldwide human cause of nitrous oxide emission. So now, you see the picture, huh? Okay. We all know that already, yeah? From UN and scientific report. So now even we know that methane gas and nitrous oxide is more deadly, more poisonous than CO2. And we have a lot of them. Yeah? We have less CO2 in the atmosphere now than what is even in store for us in the ocean bed. And because the ocean, the river also absorb CO2 and they store there. And when it's cold, then it just compress there and lay there, harmless. But now as the weather is getting warmer, and this gas is going to be released. It's already releasing into the atmosphere, as you knew it from scientific report. So now the permafrost layer is melting each day, and the methane gas, or other gas even, are releasing into the atmosphere. I really hope and pray that someone is listening. Methane and nitrous oxide is made by livestock raising, animals keeping. So they are far more poisonous, far more dangerous than CO2. Because the atmosphere is getting warmer, and so the methane is bubbling out. If we stop the worst cause of global warming, meaning livestock raising, animal breeding, then we will be able to save the planet. We have to stop the killing, of men or animals. We have to stop producing animal products, and we have to stop using it. Okay? 3 stops. Stop killing, stop producing, stop using. And stop eating it, of course. Stop eating the meat. And then the rest can follow as soon as technology is possible. Because technology takes some time. The best thing is stop eating meat, stop killing animals, stop raising animals. Then the methane gas and the nitrous oxide gas will stop. And then we cut already a big chunk of pollution of our air. And we cut off the global warming process. And I said already 80% of it will be cut almost immediately. And we can see the result in a few weeks. Because if you don't keep breeding more animals, then there are less methane. And if we don't eat meat, then there's no transportation necessary and less fuel needed. And all these people can be trained to do something else. And there will be less hunger because we will use the agricultural products, cereals, to feed humans instead of feeding more bred animals in the future. So we don't have hunger anymore, and there will be no more war because of hunger. The effect is immense. Keep multiplying it, and then you know what I mean. Yeah. Because the methane gas, it has been trapped all these, centuries because of stock breeding into the lakes, into the permafrost, into the ocean, and now if it's melting, then the gas will be released also. On top of that, we have daily more animal breeding, more methane gas, then we will never stop. We will just be more and more trouble, deeper into trouble. Yeah? So just stop killing animals, stop raising animals anymore. And, the animal will die out in their own time, in the natural course. And we don't produce any more methane gas, then it's just a perfect picture, no?
Yes.
Even 5-year-old kids understand that.
Yes.
But I hope someone is listening. So if the government really ban the meat, I think the people will support it. Because if people have to kill a living, breathing, loving, gentle, innocent animal to put it in their mouth, I think they will stop. Just most of the people, they don't know what a gruesome thing in the slaughterhouse for the animals to be killed. They don't know it. It's out of their mind. They make the piece of meat look good. They even decorate it and pamper it with all kind of spice, and the people just eat it. They don't even associate that piece of meat with a living, breathing, loving, gentle, kind, innocent, loving, living being. They don't associate. But if they have to go out and kill it for themselves, then I think they will stop. So this is a good idea. The government can ban the meat, indoor or outdoor, or in the restaurant. And then we go from there. I think it will help to drive home the serious detrimental effect of animal eating habit. I think the people will realize it more, and they will stop, and they will support the governments.
European Parliament supports reducing meat to lower greenhouse gases.
Roll call vote. Vote is now open.
Reduce your meat consumption or stop eating meat totally.
During discussions on greenhouse gas reduction goals, the Climate Committee of the European Parliament officially recognized livestock's contribution to global warming and recommended a reduction of subsidies to the livestock industry to curb methane.
My name is Jens Holm. I'm a member of the European Parliament. Please, be veg, go green, save the planet.
Some of the tragic tolls of smoking. 5.4 million smoking-related deaths per year worldwide. Cost of smoking-related illnesses, $96 billion in the United States alone. Speeds the aging process. Toxic residues of third-hand smoke. Heart disease, coronary thrombosis, cerebral thrombosis, kidney failure. Cancer, lung cancer, esophagus cancer, kidneys cancer, bladder cancer. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, emphysema, bronchitis. Stroke. Impotence. Additional harms for secondhand smoking, sudden infant death syndrome, infertility, miscarriages, and premature deliveries, childhood asthma, bronchitis, ear infection, cleft lip or palate, hyperactivity and aggression in asthmatic boys, circulatory problems in women, plus more. Some of the tragic tolls of addictive drug abuse. Over 200,000 deaths each year. Costs of $181 billion each year in the United States. $33 billion in the UK. Lifetime cost of current drug addiction amounts to $575 billion in the UK. Harmful effects: brain damage, stroke, heart disease, liver disease, tuberculosis, emphysema, cancer, depression, suicide, permanent memory loss, mental illness, higher infant mortality, increased crime and violence, impotence. Crime and violence. Illegal drugs are a factor in 50% of burglaries in the United Kingdom each year. In the U.S., 60% of people arrested each year have been taking illegal drugs. 650 heroin addicts in the U.S. committed 70,000 crimes in a 3-month period. Social costs. U.S. businesses lose $100 billion per year due to employees' drug and alcohol abuse. Australians pay $53 billion per year for healthcare, law enforcement, and lost productivity of drug users. Environmental costs. Every gram of cocaine produced destroys 4.4 square meters of rainforest, with 300,000 hectares of rainforest lost each year to cocaine production. Death. 52 people die each day due to drugs in the U.S. In Canada, substance abuse is attributed to 21% of total deaths and 23% of potential life years lost due to early mortalities. Plus more.
It was a pleasure to have you with us today on Between Master and Disciples here on Supreme Master Television. Tune in next Friday for Part 5 of Supreme Master Ching Hai's discussion titled Eating Meat Destroys Lives and Harms the Planet. And now, stay tuned for Animal World, Our Co-Inhabitants, up next, right after Noteworthy News. Wishing you all much love and peace under Heaven's grace.